foods. Okay, that was an awful intro. But I'm Dave here, flying solo, and welcome to 10-minute whole food high protein burger. So this burger is based on whole foods, it is high in protein, and I will do it in 10 minutes. First step, I've got a wide bottom pan on high heat. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of oil, so spray oil, just a little bit. So I have got it on a high heat already. Mushrooms, I've got a handful of mushrooms. I'm just gonna add them. I'm literally just squishing them. I'm gonna tear them up actually. And bang them straight in the pan. So this is probably 100 grams of chestnut mushrooms. Okay, so my mushrooms are in. I've sprayed a bit of oil on the bottom. I'm gonna spray a little bit on the top now. And now I'm gonna compress them using a pan. And the reason why I'm frying these mushrooms down quickly on a high heat, these should be done in about 4 minutes. And I really just want to evaporate as much moisture as I can out of them. The moisture will help bind this burger and it will infuse it with a nice bit of flavor. Yeah, see the moisture coming out of them now? So they're really gonna come right down. I want to gather them up in the middle here, and I'm just gonna. So it works almost like a double grill doing this mushroom technique. It evaporates moisture much quicker, it concentrates flavor, and it really will amalgamate that deep umami flavor which you get from mushrooms. I'm going in with a little bit of salt as well, just to help. The salt will further evaporate some of the moisture. Okay, so those have been fried down for probably about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to go in with my dearest friend, tamari, which is a wheat-free soy sauce. I'm going with about 2 tablespoons. And we're just going to heat it and until all the tamari is absorbed and it kind of caramelizes into the mushrooms, and you get this delicious, deep depth of flavor that will just bring so much flavor to our burgers. Beautiful. Okay. They're off a heat. I'll leave them just some more of the moisture evaporate there. We're now going to mix our burger together. I've got 1 tin of kidney beans. You could go with butter beans, chickpeas, whatever you have. So beans are just an amazing source of fiber, and they're also packed with protein as well. I have 1 pack of quinoa. Quinoa is a pseudo grain, so it is actually a seed, and it's one of the highest sources of grains really. I brought a pack of pre-cooked quinoa just to make it very easy. I'm going in with about 100 grams. Actually, I'm going in with 150 grams. So lots of quinoa. In terms of flavor agents, I've got a little bit of chili powder, probably half a teaspoon. And I'm going with probably a teaspoon of smoked paprika as well. That's going to give that kind of smoky, oxtaily note to our burger. I'm a super fan of nutritional yeast, so I'm going with about 2 tablespoons. And this will help kind of absorb, it will help kind of make sure that the burger binds as well. And then of course we're going to add our mushrooms, which they've really reduced and they're packed full of flavor as well now. Okay, you've got an option here in terms of protein powders. As I said, this is a whole food burger, so I'm going to go with some gram flour. Probably a tablespoon of gram flour, and gram flour is chickpea flour. It's packed full of protein, it's about a 20% protein, or if you'd prefer, you could use a protein powder if you have that yourself. So I'm just gonna start mashing away. The likelihood is that I'm probably gonna need to add a little bit of oat milk or a little bit of moisture just to bring it all together. I'll probably start with tamari, and then I might bring it into a little bit of oat milk if I think I need a bit more. Okay, I'm going in with 2 tablespoons of tamari. Okay, I'm getting a little bit sick of this masher. This is, I think it's going to be easier just getting my 10 digits in there and doing a job that way. Excuse if this comes across a bit barbaric, but I'm quite a tactile creature. And I'm more effective than a potato masher. And once again, if it is a little bit moist, if yours is a little bit moist, add a bit more gram flour, a bit more protein powder just to dry it out. And that really will help bind it and make sure that your burger sticks together when we do fry it right down. Okay, so I'm gonna go with another 2 tablespoons. That's 3 tablespoons of gram flour in total. And once again, you could go with protein powder instead of this if you want. I'm keeping this whole food. Gram flour is a chickpea flour, which is naturally gluten-free. So these burgers are gluten-free as well. And the gram flour or protein powder will really help to bind it and keep the structure within our burger, which is really important. You don't want one of those mashy kind of whole food burgers which just fall to pieces when you put it in the bun. So you want to make a practice patty just to see that it sticks together and it holds together quite well. I'm going to make sure they're about quarter pounders, which is about a 200 gram patty. Look at that, delicious. Like, it really does hold together well. That's going to stick together when I fry it, which is great. So there is one. So this recipe makes 3 200-gram burgers. Okay, we're going to use the same pan even though it looks pretty dirty. We're just going to save on wash up. I'm going to make sure I add a decent spray of oil. So probably about a teaspoon or tablespoon in total of oil. One burger. Oh, they're nice. Okay, here we go. Let's see how these look. Woo! So they are quick to cook, see? Beautiful. These will be so tasty. They hold together really, really well. The gram flour or protein powder will be wonderful at making sure that these burgers stick together. And these are whole foods. This is packed with nutrition. Okay, here we go. The most important bit, okay, plating up your burger. I'm gonna go with a bit of vegan mayo in the bottom. Super simple to make. I couldn't find any lettuce today, so I stopped by the farm and I got a nice little bit of kale. So I'm gonna pop it underneath our burger here just to soften it on the pan. We're gonna go with a little bit of pesto. We've delicious our spicy red pepper pesto. We make loads of pestos, like thousands of them every week. And this is our spicy one, which will go really, really well on this burger. Gherkins you can either use or leave out, whatever your preference is. Also, see the way the kale is really kind of greened up. Look at that for beautiful. I'm gonna go with another dollop of pesto on top of the burger. Oh, as it melts, it just looks fantastic. The old slice of tomato. A little bit of gherkin. And then finally the bun on the top. And there we go. Simple, delicious, whole food burger that literally takes 10 minutes. So 10-minute whole food, high fiber burger. And the benefit of whole food is a lot of plant-based burgers are packed full of processed foods and soy isolates and all sorts of gnarly things, but you don't necessarily know. This is a simple 10-minute burger. It's packed full of whole foods and it's so, so, so tasty. Here we go. Okay. Mmm. 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 Wow. Packed full of flavour. And see the way it did stay together, like the patties stayed together even when I bit into it. So there you have it. There's our delicious 10-minute high protein whole food burger. As I said, the recipe, the link is down below if you want to check that out. And if you want more support on your plant-based living, we've got a recipe club. It's $2.99 a month, which is cheaper than a cup of coffee. It's got more than 700 recipes. It's got full support. We do stretching classes, we do cooking classes, loads of things in that. So do check that out too. So wishing you all the best and wishing you the best in your plant-based adventure. Cheers, bye.